Hari Om. Welcome to our next Bhagavad Gita video lesson. Let's take our slow, smooth breath. Feel all tension being released on the exhalation. This is episode number 41. I'm calling it Why People Give Up on Yoga. Last week we were talking about titiksha, to patiently endure the circumstances of our life, no matter which direction the pendulum is swinging. And the question we led off with was, when the pendulum is swinging in the positive direction, why do I have to endure it? Why can't I just enjoy it? And the answer to that is in the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, in the second chapter, the 15th verse. I almost hesitate to read it to you because it seems so dark and pessimistic, but I don't think it should be interpreted that way. Sri Patanjali says, to one who has viveka, discriminating intelligence, everything is painful due to its consequences. The anxiety and fear over losing what is gained, the resulting impressions left in the mind to create renewed cravings, and the constant conflict among the three gunas which control the mind. So why should I endure pleasure? Because Patanjali says that one who has discrimination, everything is painful. Is that where spiritual life is leading me? No wonder so few souls determinedly pursue this path to the end, if that's where we're heading. Let's take a moment to look at what Patanjali means. He gives these three reasons that a discriminating mind sees life this way. The first is the fear of losing what is gained. And this is beautifully captured in the Carole King song. Probably most of you know it. She sings, "Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. Will you still love me tomorrow?" That's what Patanjali is saying, that he loves her completely tonight. She understands that. But there's a fear there, there's an anxiety there, and it's not an unreasonable one, because everything on this plane of existence is temporary. So she's wondering about tomorrow. The second reason Patanjali gives is renewed cravings. When we lose touch with our innate blissful nature and we think the source of our happiness is from something, then it's natural to get dependent on that thing. Let's say Carole King is 2 nights a week is with her lover. But it may be that she needs more than that over time to feel satisfied. I think that we can call that the definition of addiction. So she wants 3 or 4 nights a week with the person. The cravings get stronger if that's the source of my happiness. And then the last one is a little bit more esoteric, the constant conflict of the 3 gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, which makes up everything in nature. And that's why everything in nature is in flux, constantly changing. And when we say nature or prakriti, we're talking about our own body and mind as well. So not only are outside things changing, my own inner experience is also changing. So let's say Carole King gets to be with this person. She demands it and she gets it 7 nights a week. And then at some point she realizes she doesn't enjoy that person's company so much anymore. Hopefully before she gets married to the person. The something that we like today, that we're drawn to today, we can have an aversion toward tomorrow, because we're also changing. Like I never had yogurt growing up. So at a certain age, I tasted yogurt, and it really was something new and interesting, and I loved it. And I started having it every day. And after a few months, I couldn't stand yogurt. I was disgusted by the thought of yogurt. So now I have a good relationship towards yogurt. I don't need it. Sometimes it's a more healthy option than ice cream if I put some honey in it. But I won't run after yogurt anymore, and I have no aversion toward it either. So Titiksha is the way for us to maintain our equilibrium when everything around us is constantly changing. Not just around us, but within us is constantly changing. And will give us the strength to find ways to utilize the circumstances of our life to dive deeper and draw out the light from within. So for the homework assignment, next time you're enjoying something, ask yourself these 3 questions. Is there any subtle feeling of fear behind the surface, underneath the surface? How will I feel without this? And the third thing is, can I foresee a time when I'll be sick and tired of this? So this is a little bit longer lesson today. Thank you for joining. See you soon. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.